Hi, this is JP Koster, and I'm a Platinum Presidential Director from Cape Town, South Africa. And I'm just quickly going to briefly go through the Mannatech PowerPoint presentation that you can obviously review. And if there's any questions, please get back to the person that shared this with you. So just bear with me while I open up the PowerPoint presentation. It should open now. Great, everyone should be seeing my screen. So yes, that's just a quick picture of me and my family. Yeah, Bert and I are married with 2 kids. John is 3.5 and Anna is 1.5. So firstly, what keeps people awake at night? Now, obviously, the one thing is obviously people's health, and the other would be your finances. And why is this important? Because obviously with the Mannatech opportunity, we are obviously helping people with their health and wellness. And of course, we're also helping people to earn an extra income, whether it be a full-time income or even a part-time income for most people out there. So just quickly, the cash flow quadrant, what's that all about? Well, Robert Kiyosaki wrote a book called Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and after that, he wrote a book called The Cash Flow Quadrant. And what this is all about is that he was saying that the whole world is in one of these quadrants. And he said that the challenge with this is that the people on the left-hand side of the quadrant, which is the E and the S quadrant, is the problem here is that most people here are trading time for money. So for instance, if you're working 8 hours a day, you get paid for 8 hours a day. If you're working 40 hours a week, you get paid for 40 hours a week. And of course, one of the big challenges here is that over an entire lifetime, if you're working for 40 years, you're only really going to get 480 paychecks for your entire life. And really about 90% of the people in the world are on the E and the S quadrant, where really only about 10% of the world's wealth is based here. And then what he talks about is that on the right-hand side of the quadrant, when people become a business owner or even an investor, he said 90% of the world's wealth is here, but only 10% of the people are over here. And it's not that one of these quadrants are better than the other. It's just that this is how all of us earn an income. And of course, the benefit of being on the right-hand side of the quadrant is this is where you get leverage, where either you're leveraging off people because you've got a team of people that are working together, and of course, an investor where you're leveraging off money, where you're getting the money to work for you. And of course, the reason why we're sharing this is because this is a great way for the average ordinary person to be able to move from the left-hand side of the quadrant to the right-hand side of the quadrant, where they can start their own small business and be able to leverage and build a team where they can start earning a residual income. Now, firstly, why network marketing and why is it the ideal business model? Well, first of all, for me, it's that it's got low startup costs. It doesn't cost a lot to start. You can start for less than 750 Rand, which is quite exciting. It doesn't cost you 100,000 Rand or even R1 million to start your business. And of course, the reason why we earn a residual income through the business is because of the product being consumable, which means you've got recurring orders. The product runs out every 30 days, which means your customer is going to order the product on a monthly basis. And that's how you earn, of course, your monthly income. Now, the next great thing about it is that it's completely flexible. It's part-time, so you're completely your own boss. And the best part about this, as I mentioned earlier, is that you've got to leverage income by building a team. And of course, there's many, many tax advantages of running a home-based business. Some of the people, and there are many people that endorse the industry. Really, if you look globally, that this is really the future. Word of mouth marketing, network marketing. And the reason for that is because people trust recommendations from friends and family versus traditional advertising and marketing. And this is a great way as a distribution model to get a product from the producer or the manufacturer directly to the end consumer. And you can see people like Warren Buffett and even Bill Gates, a lot of them endorse the industry. Of course, Robert Kiyosaki, and there's many, many others that have said that this is such an incredible business model for the average ordinary person. I love what Robert Kiyosaki says here, that network marketing gives people the opportunity with very low risk and very low financial commitment to build their own income generating asset. It teaches people not to be employees, but to be entrepreneurs. And that's what I love about this model as well, is that, that the average ordinary person can get involved in business with the support of a great group of people around them. They can actually start building their own income producing asset. Now, of course, why Mannatech and why is it exciting to be part of this company? Well, Goldman Sachs did a report a few years ago where they said when a mega trend and a compelling business model collide, it creates the perfect storm of opportunity. Now, of course, Mannatech is pretty much positioned between the wellness industry and, of course, the direct selling industry. And so, of course, the mega trend really is the wellness industry, and the compelling business model is obviously the distribution model that we're using, which is direct selling. Now, just briefly, why the wellness industry? Well, it's, of course, $1 trillion industry today. You've got an aging population. People are choosing natural supplementation versus pharmaceuticals. And, of course, there's many environmental challenges. You know, the way that we eat today has changed drastically. People are choosing convenience foods above foods that are really nutritious. And all of this really results in that we are not getting in the modern day diet when we did get, 50 years ago, because of the way that we eat today. And of course, if you look at the direct selling industry, it's, it's actually, in fact, around over 100 million people globally that are involved. In fact, these statistics are a little bit outdated, but it's now, in fact, over a $200 billion a year industry. The industry is growing rapidly, in fact, a lot faster than traditional retail, because just of the business model being so scalable. And of course, 90% of the people involved in our industry do this part-time. A big majority of the people in our industry, of course, are female. And there's, of course, been rapid global growth in our industry. Just quickly, if you look at the wellness industry, just integrative health is, of course, an $82 billion global market. Weight management, over $586 billion. Skincare and anti-aging, $11 billion. And of course, sports and performance, $6.7 billion. And we, of course, have got products in all these different ranges. So just quickly, Mannatech is what I call a legacy company. Why do I say it's a legacy company? Is because we've been in business for over 25 years. We have sued other companies. We've been sued. We've gone through all the traditional S-curves that a company goes through. So we are completely a legacy company. We've been, as I mentioned earlier, we've been in business for a very, very long time. And of course, for me, if you look at, most companies, they start and they don't make it through 1 year or even 2 years, and very few of them make it to 5 years. And of course, for us in this industry that have been in business for over 25 years, we are truly a legacy company with a legacy product. I always share with people, we've got real products, real people, and of course, there's a real opportunity as well. Now, of course, as mentioned earlier, we started in 1994. So I've been in business for 25 years. We, of course, also a listed company on the NASDAQ under the ticker code MTEX. So if you want to Google it, you can just Google MTEX. And this is quite important for me because it means that there's many regulations that the companies had to go through to be able to become a public company. We've got shareholders. We get audited 4 times a year. We are under heavy regulations from the FTC and the SEC. And of course, right now, Mannatech's doing business in just over 25 countries and rapidly expanding into more markets around the world, which really means that there's a global opportunity for all of us if you're watching this for the very first time. So there's just some of our core products. Of course, one of the things for me about specifically our products is that they're unique and proprietary, which means you can't buy these anywhere else but through Mannatech. Now, we've got over, in fact, 138 patents issued globally on our products, protecting our proprietary ingredients that we have and the way that we manufacture these products. We have got, of course, scientifically validated products. I mean, we've got more than 19 published clinical trials, and you can find these in many scientific journals. And you're, of course, welcome to go to the mannatechscience.org website. It's got a lot more information on that. Or you can just go to PubMed or the National Library, which has got a lot of these clinical trials that have, in fact, been done on our product. It's not just a general study on ingredients in our products. They've been done on our product, and we have spent over $50 million on research and development over the last 20 years, which is really amazing. And we're really a research and development based company. Of course, one of the standout points for me, of course, regarding the Mannatech product technology is that we offer a 90-day satisfaction guarantee, which means you can try the product up into 90 days. If you or your customer is not satisfied for any reason whatsoever, we will gladly refund that customer or refund you, which I very, very much doubt, because you're absolutely going to love these products because people get such amazing results from them. Of course, also on the products are NSF approved, which is a third-party independent test that's been done on our products, where we guarantee whatever is we say on the labels, in fact, tested by this third party to in fact be on the product, be in the product. So that's just a nice thing to have on our products as well. We guarantee whatever on the label is in the product. Our products are made under good manufacturing practices, which really just means that they're made under state-of-the-art controls, and we know pull to pull, pot to pot, that's exactly the same. And in fact, you can go to any one of the batches and we can tell you exactly if there was anything wrong with that batch or whatever there may be. So we've got a quality assurance program as well. So just quickly, we also have an incredible mission. So our mission is to eradicate global malnutrition. And every single month when you or any of your customers order the product, we will nourish a child for a whole month on the product as well. And back in just in 2009, we were, in fact, there was over 122 million servings that were given to kids all around the world. And I think today it's probably close to about 80 or 90,000 kids that get these products on a daily basis, which is really, really incredible that you can make a difference and impact in the world just by making an impact in your world. As the saying goes, just by you making a change in your world, you can make a change in the world at the exact same time. And that for me is pretty exciting to be part of a global initiative like that. Now let's quickly just share a little bit about the opportunity. So just quickly, as mentioned earlier, a lot of people want to know, where does the money come from? Now, just briefly, that the company spends about 56% of the turnover goes towards research and development. It goes into operations, into logistics, administration, to run the company, manufacturing, all those sorts of things. And about 44% of the money that's left over really goes towards incentives that we have, travel incentives, and of course into commissions. Because remember, if you and I don't go out and talk to people about this product, they'll never know about the product. So you and I are really the advertising and marketing department for the company, if I can put it that way, by going out there and sharing the product with people, and of course sharing the opportunity with other people. And the majority of people involved in our company are really what I like to call customers, and those customers can be in any one of these 25 different markets across the world. As mentioned earlier, it's a part-time opportunity, it's flexible, it's a 2 to 5 year plan, it's completely turnkey business, and of course low startup cost, which is also great. There's no minimums you've got to do every month to be able to earn commissions, and that's something that really just separates us in the industry. We don't force people to have to buy a certain amount of product individually to be able to participate in the commission structure. So just quickly, how to get started? Well, the first thing you want to do is you want to get an account number. We encourage people to get on an automatic order because of the loyalty points that you get. If you're looking to do this as a business, you want to obviously make a list of people you think can benefit from the products and they would be interested in the extra income opportunity. And then we want to try and help you get to about 500 points. And then firstly, help 2 other associates and then 4 associates. And we'll get into a little bit more detail about that now. So there's really 2 different types of people that join Mannatech. The first are customers. Customers buy the product at wholesale. They get, in fact, a 10% discount on the product. And they'll also get 10% loyalty points every single month that they use the product. And something that makes Mannatech so exciting is that there's no sign-up fee to be a preferred customer. You just have to be referred by an associate, and you will buy the product for the exact same price as what the associate pays for the product. So we all pay the same for our products. The next thing is, if you want to be an associate, that you'd also buy the products at wholesale, but you can build your way up to getting 20% back in loyalty credits every month in your products. And you, of course, now can earn commissions and refer other people if you'd like to. And you now get access to the turnkey system that we have. Just something I want to stress here is that about 80 to 90% of the people involved with Mannatech are actually just customers, people that want to use the product every month. They don't want to go out there and go and build the business. That's what associates do. And that's very, very important, because if you haven't got any customers, you in fact have got no business. So over to the next slide. Automatic orders obviously allow you to be a product of the product and help you with your personal story on the products and your personal testimonial. And of course, you earn the loyalty points as mentioned earlier. So obviously what we want to do is we want to start with a few people we want to share with about the product and recommend the product to, and obviously the business as well. We want to write it down, and obviously always keep that list with you so you can obviously be going out there and knowing exactly which people you want to be speaking to. So the first goal we have is to create at least 500 PPV, and that means product point volume. And basically when you do about 500 points, that means that you earn about 450 Rand a month. If you've got 5 individual people ordering more than 100 points, then you would earn an additional 750 Rand. So people at this level can typically earn around 1,250 Rand. The other thing that also happens is on all new people that you have that order the product, you will earn a first order bonus of about 15%. Now, you don't need to know all these things right now. It's just to give you a good overview about how everything works. And this is just on your personal customers. Now, 100 points works up to approximately about 1,250 Rand, just to give you a rough idea. And that's, of course, the first step is to get to 500 points in customer volume. And this includes your own order of products that you're using on a monthly basis. The next goal would be to get 2 associates. These are, of course, people that want to be business partners, and you want to help them duplicate what you've done in the earlier step. And by doing this, you will earn 1,000 Rand per month bonus, which is called a Team 2 bonus. You'll also earn your uni-level commissions, which would be approximately about another 500 to 1,000 Rand per month. And of course, if you do this within within one complete month, full calendar month, if I can put it that way, you will earn an additional 1,000 Rand bonus. So you can earn anything for doing this of about between 1,250 Rand and probably about 4,750 Rand for completing this step, which is, helping your two associates getting their own teams of 500 points. So you'll realize in looking at the slide there that there's only 3 people that are associates, but all of them have got a lot of customers that are using the product on a monthly basis. The next step is to help 4 people. So these are 4 individual people that you've enrolled, and you've helped them each get to 500 points. And for doing this, you would earn anything from about 2,250 Rand up to about, it can actually be around almost 8,000 Rand that you can earn for doing this if you do this within 1 complete month. But typically, the average person doing this would earn anything between 2,500 Rand and about 5,750 Rand, just to give you an idea. And the nice thing is, this is a passive income that you're earning every month as long as your 4 people have their 500 points that they're doing in customer volume. And that's obviously very, very exciting. This is a very exciting level to get to for brand new people. And the next step is to think, of course, imagine earning extra 5,000 Rand every month on top of what you're earning already. Now, of course, that's 60,000 Rand extra per year. I mean, you could, maybe put that towards your car payment, or you could maybe put it towards, your bond payment that you have every month, or even, going on a nice holiday with your family at the end of the year. The next thing, of course, is to duplicate that. And of course, what you've done now is you've got your 4 associates, you teach and train them how to also have their 4 associates, and everyone's doing about 500 points in customer volume. And for doing this, you earn approximately around 10,500 Rand a month. This is passive residual income. This is not bonuses. This is not, income that you're earning just once off. This is what you're earning on a monthly basis for. This is also not sign-up commissions. This is what you're earning on a monthly basis because you've got a large amount of customers that are using this product every month. And this can typically be up to about 15,000 Rand a month, which is at least what I've seen in my organization with people that have achieved this. Now, the next step is to duplicate that once more. And of course, then you become a presidential director, and presidential directors earn approximately about 45,000 Rand a month. There's also a $1,000 bonus your first month when you qualify at presidential. So the average presidential earns between 500,000 and 600,000 Rand per year as a passive residual income. And think about, this is probably a level where most people consider maybe doing it full time, or maybe one of the spouses would do this, would maybe come home from work and they would build the Mannatech business sort of part time, and the other spouse might still work, or maybe they can both go full time. It obviously depends what their living standard is at. And I just want to share again that earnings depend upon your organizational structure and personal effort. This is not a get rich quick scheme. This is really about building your teams, and obviously, of course, building sales volume and building volume for the company. That's what it's really all about, is how many customers can you link up to the company, because that's where this commission is really earned from. So, of course, silver presidentials, if you duplicate this again, typically you'd have around 160,000 points, that being of organizational volume, and the income there is anything between 100,000 Rand a month and about 155,000 Rand per month by becoming a silver presidential director. Then, of course, you can see as the levels go through, you get gold presidential director, platinum presidential director, 1-star, 2-star, and so forth. So let's go over to the next slide. So something that people very often ask, well, what's the risk and what are the benefits? Well, first of all, for me, the risk would be the 750 Rand that costs you to register with Mannatech. Now, for me, that's not really much of a risk because, I mean, to start a business for 750 Rand is really not much to start a business if you compare it to traditional business. Of course, the time investment that you have now, the other thing with that is that I know very often how people feel regarding that. And I pretty much felt the same way when I started. I was doing my degree. I was, playing a lot of competitive sports. And really what you find with this business, because you're not delivering products to people's houses, everything's done online. It's really a laptop sort of turnkey business. You can literally do it on your mobile device. You don't really need that much time. It's very, very important that you work very closely together and plug into the system, into the meetings, the webinars, all those sorts of things, and even the links that we have available to be able to share the product and obviously the opportunity with other people as well. And then, of course, on the product order, there's absolutely no risk because you've got a 90-day satisfaction guarantee, you and your customers. And that for me is really, really exciting. And that just, what I love about that is just really showing people that the company's putting their money where their mouth is regarding their products. And that makes it incredible. Now, what are some of the benefits for people? Well, most people join this obviously because they don't want any debt. They want to actually, in fact, get out of debt. And they, in fact, would build this business part-time till they get to a stage where obviously they've paid off all their debt. I mean, you can imagine if you're putting an extra 5 or 10 or 20 or 40,000 a month into a bond payment or a car payment, how quickly you can pay off your debt. The next one is obviously the extra income that people can earn. Some people do this because they'd love to have a new car or maybe upgrade their house. For some people, they've always had a dream of having their own business, and this is obviously something they can do part-time while they're working full-time, and they can have their own business. For some of us, it's about time freedom, where you can in fact control your time and obviously have the money to enjoy that with. There's a lot of people that earn a lot of income every month, but of course they don't have any time. For some of us, it's vacation and travel. Mannatech's got amazing incentives. We've just recently got back from the trip of a lifetime, which was in Europe. But of course, next month we've got our incentive to Sicily and Italy. Last year was the Maldives. So there's always a lot of nice incentives that we have that are always on. And of course, for some people, I think for a lot of people I meet today, it's all about retirement options. They haven't provided for the retirement one day. I mean, if you just think about it, I mean, if you've got to put away at least, if you put away R1 million, which you save, I mean, that'll give you about 5,000 Rand a month in your retirement. Now, if you put away 5 million Rand, will give you about 25,000 Rand per month in your retirement. Now, if it's 10 million Rand, of course, it's 50,000 Rand a month. So the question you've got to ask yourself, how many people out there have been able to save enough money to be able to retire one day? And for 99% of people, they haven't put away enough for their retirement. So they're actually going to work till the day they die one day. So for me, this is a great way that you can start part-time and start building up your business, where this can become an income producing asset for you in your retirement. And that for me is also something that's incredibly exciting about this whole opportunity, is that it allows people the opportunity to earn extra income, and they're able to do that part-time with an amazing structure of people that are willing to help and support them. So think about it. If money wasn't an object, how would you enjoy spending your time? I mean, that's really what it's all about. I mean, this is just an opportunity for people. I mean, is everyone getting involved? Absolutely not. In fact, everybody needs the product. We all know that, but not everyone's going to get involved in the business. But I feel that if people are open and they're willing to just ask the right questions, that if they're skeptical about it, I mean, we can get all their questions answered. I mean, I was very skeptical when I started 10 years ago, and it's been the best decision I've ever made. It's been so rewarding. It's been it's changed my life completely. And that's obviously what this is all about today. How many people can we impact by going out there and sharing the product and the opportunity with other people. So thank you very much. I hope that it was of value to you. And if you've got any questions, please get back to me. Please get back to the person who shared this with you. Enjoy the rest of your day.